All right, Shalom. We the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York City, under commanding GEN.YAHANNA. You understand? This the I.S.U.P.K. Fort Wayne class is live. You understand? We finna get into 9/11 and why you should forget 9/11 and remember your pain and your suffering as a slave in America. You understand? Before we get into it, if brothers or sisters got questions online, you can ask them online in the questions in the chat box. And then we're gonna get the questions answered, and then we're gonna rock out into this class. You understand? Because we got a real heavy, important topic to get to. You understand? So we're gonna get that in a second. All right. All right. All right, let's get the class. Let's get started. All right. So we're gonna getting into 9/11, right? I have all of America, everybody that's in America, involved in America, that live in America, outside of America, everybody is paying homage and remembering the day of the World Trade Center being bombed. You understand? In school, they teach you that 9/11 was the first war on American soil. You understand? In school, they teach you that was the first horrific crime and terrorist attack to America. But if we look back factually, all the terror shooting that's going on in the black neighborhoods with these, you understand, with these white men shooting up Walmarts and shooting up bars, them are also terrorist attacks. The police killing, them are also terrorist attacks. The drug epidemic, that is also a terror attack. You understand? There's many ways of tearing and warring against a nation. You got to think about our oppressor. You understand? The Edomite. The white man, it's just like our oppressor is real hands-on when it comes to strategizing and warring against blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics, right? You wouldn't even consider all the drugs pumped into the black neighborhood are because of this one nation, this one man, right? That's a terrorist attack. You understand? The police killings in America that happen every day, that's a terrorist attack. You understand? All these things are coming upon blacks and Hispanics that are terrorist attacks, but no one seems to care about it. But when 9/11 come and when something happened to America, everybody pays homage. They want to lower the flags. Every year, every single year, they read off the names of the people that died during 9/11. Pearl Harbor, they read off the list of names of everybody who died. They got a list of it. They read it off every single year to remember the ones who died during that terrorist attack. Now this is my question to black people. How come we don't remember our days? How come we don't remember the days when we was murdered? You understand? Who remembers the day that Trayvon Martin was murdered? Who remembered the day that Mike Brown was murdered? Who remembered the day that we got took into slavery during the transatlantic slave trade? Who remembers that, man? Who could tell me the date? It's like it. Who could tell me the date of the bombing in Tulsa, Oklahoma, of Black Wall Street? No black person can tell me that. But what a black person can tell me, they can tell me when the next Jordan's about to come out. You know what I'm saying? They can tell you when the next retro Jordan's about to drop, how much they cost, what colors they come in. who gonna have them, and where you got to be to get them. They can tell, they can let you know all that information. But when it comes to our people and knowing the dates of these terrorist attacks on our people, we don't never know the dates. We don't never have our people in remembrance. Somebody got to be to blame for that, man. Somebody got to be held accountable for that. Our black leaders not teaching our young men and our young sisters to remember the days of our sorrow, to remember the days of the lynching and the robbing and the murders. You understand, them whippings? We can't remember that. How come we don't know the date of the Tuskegee experiment? You understand? Where they tested drugs on black men, put head needles, told black men to come down, and they was testing this drug on black men. Turned around and killed thousands of men, and nobody talks about it. How come it's not a day we'll read off the names for them black men? Emmett Till, what day did he die? How come we don't remember? How come we don't sit back and remember the days of our people that died? It's because we joined ourselves with America, man. And we got to hold our black leaders accountable. And we're going to get it. We're going to go first. Let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 32. You understand? And we got to as a black people, we so goddamn simple in America, in this captivity that we in. We just go with the flow. Whatever our oppressor tell us to go with, we just go with it. You understand? We just go with the flow. We do whatever they say do. We live how they say to live. We celebrate what they tell us to celebrate. We remember the days that they tell us to remember. You understand? Because if it was up to black people, who would remember a 9/11? You understand? Black people don't remember their own goddamn. They don't remember their own goddamn dates. You remember the Holocaust though, and what happened during the Holocaust. And then this is a simple question right here. How many so-called Jewish people did you know personally? You understand? How many Jews did you know on a personal level in your lifetime? Damn near far to none. Damn near none. But you could tell me everything that happened during the Holocaust. You could tell me that they was put inside ovens and put inside cages and treated horribly by Adolf Hitler. You could tell me that. And you damn near know no Jewish people at all. You sitting up here in the ghettos, sitting up here with black people every goddamn day. You slaving, you on the job with them. You going back to your house. You live in an apartment complex with them. You in the jail cell with them. But yet y'all don't even know the date of the slavery, man. Y'all don't even know what Tulsa, Oklahoma and Black Wall Street is. How is that possible? How can the people be so goddamn simple? You understand? How could the people be so damn simple when we don't even remember our own days of our own suffering, man? But when it comes to 9/11 and celebrating and taking the day off and letting it be a sad day to remember the dead of America, all the black people was with it. How can you join this? How can you join yourself together with people like that? I know how. Martin Luther King and all your Christian pastors, man. Martin Luther King and all your Christian pastors is to blame for us joining together with the oppressor. You understand? They are to blame, man. And we lost our self-esteem joining ourselves together with this Edomite. We lost our self-esteem, man. We can't even join ourselves together with this Edomite in America, celebrate all his holidays, remembering all the death of his people, but yet we forget our own. You understand? Yet we forget our own. We lost our self-esteem. You understand? There's plenty of precepts in the Bible, as we always pull precept after precept, bringing out the truth about what's going on in this world, man. Like, the truth got to be brought out about this 9/11. It got to be brought. It got to be shed to light. You understand? Let's go. Let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 32. You understand? Okay. And we're gonna read for him. We in 1 Samuel. Understand? First, this is the book of Samuel when we was warned against the Agag. You understand? He was the king. He was the king of the Amalekites, right? The Lord told us to go over there, kill every single body, right? Told us to kill every Amalek, every so-called Jewish man. We was to slaughter. Samuel took some things for himself and did not kill everybody, including the king Agag, the king that was over all of the Amalekites, right? So when Samuel found this out, Samuel was upset knowing that what the Lord had told Saul to do. You understand? And now we're gonna read what Agag said to Samuel. The same spirit of the Amalekites. You understand? This furthermore proves who the so-called white man is, who the oppressor is. You understand? So let's read 1 Samuel 15-32. Then said Samuel, bring ye hither to me Agag, the king of the Amalekites. And Agag came to him delicately. And Agag said, surely the bitterness of death is past. Now, what does that mean? Somebody watching the class, somebody got a question. What does that mean? You understand? You on here, you tuned in. It said, surely the bitterness of death is past, man. What is that talking about? Agag, king of the Amalekites, went to Samuel. Samuel, they coming to bring him to death. They upset. He said, surely the bitterness of death has passed. Meaning this Amalekite, this so-called Jewish man was talking to a black man saying, I know you still can't be upset about slavery, man. What do the so-called, what do our president say to us today? They say, I know y'all still not upset about slavery. Get over it. How many people do you know in your lifetime were slaves? And then what they say to us? That's the same thing, man. That's the same thing. It says, surely the bitterness of death is past. Agag was talking to Samuel saying, I know you still not upset about Trayvon Martin. I know you still can't be upset about Mike Brown. You still upset about slavery. You still upset about Ed Gardner. You still upset about the cop killings, the lynchings, the imprisonment, the murders, the rapists. You can't be upset. Surely the bitterness of death has passed. They put that spirit on us, man, to forget about our slavery, man. They put that spirit on us so we could forget about our people who died and warred for us. And I ain't talking about the people that died and marched for the civil rights trying to join for America. I'm talking about the black man that got lynched. The black man that got whipped like on my goddamn shirt, man. I'm talking about them black men who didn't want to change their name from Hebrew names into a slave American name. They're the black men that I'm talking about. I ain't talking about no sellout coon Martin Luther King Christian pastors. Our people set up here and died in America, man. And you gonna sit up here and try to sleep with a white woman? You gonna sit up here and you gonna try to sleep, and you gonna try to sleep with a white man and sleep with a white woman? You understand? While our forefathers died picking goddamn cotton. While our forefathers died shining boots. Our forefathers died and our foremothers died from breastfeeding little Edomite babies. And you sit up here, now you want to get with a white woman. You a goddamn traitor, man. You a traitor. Your Christian pastor is a traitor. Martin Luther King is a traitor. All these coon Uncle Tom Negroes are traitors, man. You're a traitor unto your nation. You a traitor unto God and unto Christ. Sitting up here celebrating 9/11, caring about some white people dying. To hell with it. What is it? In Amos, the 3rd chapter, they say if evil is done in the city, know that the Lord have done it. Them twin towers, The World Trade Center was bombed. Yeah, it was of the Lord. That's why it happened. The Arabs came and bombed the World Trade Center. God allowed it, man. God allowed it. You understand? America deserves every bit of destruction that's coming to it, man. And it's so that's why it's so important that we separate. Because when this place fall, we should be separate so we don't fall with it, man. Because America, it will fall. It's going to fall, and it's happening quickly. You understand? It's going to happen quickly. You don't want to be caught when Christ come back. You don't want to be caught celebrating all these holidays and giving remembrance until 9/11, giving days of remembrance until the Holocaust, until Pearl Harbor. The hell with it, man. The hell with it. Let's get some more. And Agag came into him dedically, and Agag said, "Surely the bitterness of death is past." And Samuel said, "As thy sword have made as thy sword have made women childless." Samuel said, "Sure, your sword made women childless, man." Meaning that gun that police officer carried, a black mother, she lost her child because of that, man. She lost her goddamn children because a cop couldn't resist to pull the trigger. We got terrorist attacks happening to us every single day, daily, man. Daily in America, we getting killed by the cops. Daily in America, we getting terrorized by some white man that want to shoot us dead in the streets. Daily, man. And we don't give remembrance none. We don't give no remembrance to our own goddamn people. We sellouts, man. We some goddamn traitors into our own people. We get slaughtered in the streets daily. Some of you said with the sword, women were made childless. With the white man's sword, some black mother got to lose her child. And now we're going to sit up here and we're going to give a remembrance until 9/11? To hell with that, man. To hell with that. America ain't your goddamn people. The white man not your people. The Arab man, the Chinese man, or the Africans. Them ain't your people, man. The Spaniards or the Russians. Them ain't your goddamn people. Your people is the people inside them goddamn prisons, stocked up and powered up inside the ghettos across America. Them your people. The blacks and Hispanics over there in West Philly. The blacks and Hispanics over there in the south side of Chicago. The Wild Hunters of Chicago. The west side of Chicago. And Compton, California. On the goddamn reservations in America. Them your people. When you gonna give remembrance when a white man came over here and put poison on them goddamn blankets and brought it to the Native American Indians? And we're gonna sit up here and we're gonna think of 9/11. 9/11. Know what you tell next time a white person come to you and they say something about 9/11, tell them to get over it, man. Get over 9/11. They tell us to get over slavery. You understand? They tell us all the time, get over slavery. Then they mad at Colin Kaepernick because he kneeling. The NFL and all these and President Trump, President Trump, mad with Colin Kaepernick because he taking a knee. Because he's standing up for the police brutality in America. When it been way more people killed by cops, way more black men killed by cops than it was people died in that 9/11, man. Way more. Way more people died from the hands of police officers. Black men died by the hands of police officers. The number is far more rich than the number in 9/11. But we can't have a day of remembrance. Yet we can't kneel. We can't kneel. We can't speak up against it. We can't take a knee against it. We got to sit up here and raise our hand to the flag. We got to take a remembrance of a 9/11. We got to America pushes on us every single goddamn day, every single goddamn week, month, and year for us to remember every bad and aspect thing that happened to America. We gotta remember it. We gotta remember it. Yet, how come Trayvon Martin mother? How come she can't sit up there? She can't remember Trayvon Martin. What about Michael Brown mother? What about Philando Castile's mother? What about Eric Gardner's mother and his auntie, his fathers and his brothers, his goddamn children? What day is that? When can we go off and we read all the names of the slaves that were lynched in America, man? In America. They try to act like lynching is, how many people did we know personally in slavery? Y'all act like it ain't that goddamn old. It ain't that goddamn old. We still we walking on the land. We could walk past a tree right now that you lynched my forefather on. And they talking about get over it. How many black people do you know personally that were slaves? Every black man in prison is a goddamn slave. Telling us to get over slavery, man. Telling us to get over slavery. The Edomite is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of, man. It needs to be brought down into justice. Because this man is an inhumane beast that makes us sit down and worship at his feet for all his great accomplishments and conquering and devise strategy on blacks and Hispanics. That's why this Edomite man is a beast. He's a beast, man. They tell us to get over slavery. They tell us to get over the lynches and the murders and the robbers and rapings. They tell us how we ain't. What's the difference between slavery and the prison system? I know some people that work on in a goddamn factory that ain't no different from a goddamn prison. You understand? Like, this man is a beast, man. You should forget about 9/11. You should forget about Pearl Harbor. You should forget about it. You should forget about 9/11. And what you should remember is the slavery in America, man. That's what you should remember. The conquest of the Inca. That's what you should remember. The conquer of the North Native American Indians. That's what you should remember. The hell with 9/11. Let's get some more on this scripture. And Samuel said, as thy sword have made women childless, so shall thy mother be childless among women. Like, goddamn. What Samuel said was so heavy, man. What he said was so goddamn heavy unto this so-called Jewish man. You sit up here and you kill all of our young children. You murder all of our young black men for putting on a goddamn hood. You want to murder our black men just for them want to have their masculinity. They sit up here and make our women childless. Like, God, like, think about the pain. Any woman that can testify to going through that birth of having that child, man. Like, you for 9 months, you went and carried that child in your stomach. You throwing up, you sick, your ankles swelling up, you wobbling back and forth. You got swelling on your breasts, you're fatigued, you're always hungry. And then your long haul become the day where you got to push that baby out your womb and give birth into that child. You went through all that pain and that suffering just to give birth into this child. And then a couple years later, he murdered and slaughtered down by a goddamn police officer. And we to forget about it. We to forget about everything. Oh, you think Trayvon mother think his mother ain't go through raising him up? Think his father ain't go through hell raising him up? Teaching him how to be a black man in America. Teaching them how to survive in America. You think she ain't go through 9 months of pregnancy, laid on that hospital bed, went through the pain and screaming and hollering, pushing that child out her belly, man, just for him to get slaughtered, just for him to die and by a police officer. Not even Trayvon Martin won't even die. He didn't even die by a police officer. He died by your everyday average racist Trump supporting white man. That's who he died for. That's who he died from. We go through all this pain, raising up money to put our kids through colleges, raising up money to buy our kids school clothes and school supplies, and raising up our kids, helping them with their homework, making sure they educated, teaching them a skill. We go through all this pain and suffering just for them to get slaughtered, man. Just for them to get transported into a goddamn prison for crimes that they didn't even commit. For crimes for them just wanting to feed their goddamn children. That's what we got to go through, and we forget about that. Nah, we ain't going to forget about it, man. We ain't going to do it. I'm not going to do it. The UPK ain't going to do it. The hell we look like. Our people go through all this pain and this suffering, raising up our children, trying to better ourselves. Black people don't want to do nothing but prove how good they can be in America. That's all black people want to do. But yet we still get killed and slaughtered. That's why we tell you to separate your goddamn spirit and your ways from America, man. Because it ain't nothing guaranteed here but death and destruction. And it pissed me off that we got black leaders and Christian pastors sitting up here worried about their own goddamn gut, man. It pisses me the hell off. You sit up here, you laughing, and you smiling like it's good times. Ain't no goddamn good times. It's not a time to be partying. It's not a time to go out there singing and dancing, chucking and jiving for the white man while people getting murdered and slaughtered. And then when a white man tell you to slow down, hold on, let's remember 9/11. We all come to a stop. We all come to a sudden stop, bow our heads down, lower the flag, read off the names of the white people that died during 9/11, pay homage to them, shed tears. We ain't got no more shit, no more tears to shed in the UPK. We done. I done cried enough for the suffering of my people. All my tears shedded for the slaves of America, man. I ain't got no shit. I ain't got no tears to shed for the slave masters. Nobody never taught you to think like this. But this is what a black man that follows the Bible, a black man that follows Christ, a black man that was like Samuel. This is how you supposed to think, man. Not loving the ways of your oppressor. Not falling in love with America. They teach us to be about our, and then that's how the white man separates us. That's how the oppressor, that's how he separates us. He teaches us to follow our own gut and feed our own lust. Like because my children back there, they starving, and now because my little baby needs peppers and diapers, I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna spoil your house. He teaches us to think like that. That's why you see all these movies with all these movies when these black men robbing and murdering. He teaches us that's the lifestyle we to live. We to get over another black man just to save our children. You think you the first person to go through your child and got Pampers? I'm saying niggas put in their rap songs. My kid ain't got no Pampers, so I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna rob and I'm gonna steal. You understand? Niggas put that in their songs all the time. And the oppressor, he pushes that on us. He pushes that on us to get over on each other. Why he the one that's starving us out? The reason your child ain't got no goddamn Pampers is because of him, man. And he brainwashes your goddamn woman to putting the pressure on you to go rob and go steal just so y'all can get some financial gain. Like my child back there, they ain't got too much milk left in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? We running on our last box of Pampers. We ain't got no money. Nobody got no job. It's cold as hell in the house. It ain't got no heat. The baby cold as hell. Because of that, I'm about to come to your house. I'm about to break inside your house. I'm going to take everything that you got. And if somebody try to stop me, I'm going to put them down. I'm going to put them to death. That's what the white man pushes on us. Meanwhile, in the midst of you doing that, you turn around and you want to take a pause and a sudden stop in your life just to remember 9/11. To hell with that. Samuel said, and I got to read it again because it's so heavy, man. Samuel said in 1 Samuel 15-33, and Samuel said, as thy sword have made women childless, so shall thy mother be childless among women. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai. and thank the Most High in Christ for 9/11. Pray to go tonight before you lay your head down. Pray unto the Most High God that another 9/11 happened again, that another terrorist attack happened again while we separate ourselves, man. Go and pray to him. Pray that the most wicked and evil thing come upon America, the nuclear death and destruction that come boil down and rip and shed and bathe America in the blood of the oppressor, man, because he deserves it. That's what he deserves. What do we deserve? We deserve to be put in slavery. We deserve to be killed by cops. You get killed by a cop, they tell you deserved it. When we get killed by police officers, they tell us he deserved it. He should have stopped resisting. We get put inside prisons and get 25 to life. They tell us we deserve it. That's what they do to us. But guess what? Next time the oppressor come to you and they say something about 9/11, tell them America deserve everything that they got coming. They deserved it. How the hell you think anybody with a right mind and with a right spirit, with a justified heart, I know that, man, I'm putting millions of people in slavery. I'm taking the entire land from 100 million Native American Indians, slaving every Black and Hispanic man to death. I'm doing all these things, but nothing should happen to me. God bless America. God bless America while I whip your goddamn back. God bless America while I shoot you in your back with a Glock 9. God bless America when a judge slaps that gavel down and say 25 to life, no parole, no bond, life sentence, slaps the gavel down. God bless America. God damn America. God damn 9/11. God damn everything America got coming to him, man. God damn it all. And Kumi Yashala into the Israelites. We got to reverse everything. We got to take a sudden stop and remember the days. Now, like they give all type of, like, you didn't go to work, you go to school. Like I ain't been out of school. I've been out of school, what, 2 years? 2 years. 2 years I've been out of school, right? I can remember from the last day that I was in school, the last time I was in school during 9/11, the whole school came to a sudden stop. We didn't do no work for the entire day, just to remember every class that I go in, we watch. They show it to you. And then this is what they do. They do this so you can be angry. That's why it's so important that brothers rock t-shirts that say never forget. Because it replenishes your mind about the torture and the slavery that the oppressor put you through. Like every day that I was in school during 9/11, you know what they did? And every class they set up there and they showed you planes running dead into the Twin Towers. They showed you that so it can make you upset and angry at the Arab man. So when America takes their bombs and drop bombs on the Arabs, drop bombs on their schools and their hospitals and kill their little children and women over there, when they do it, you can say they deserved it. And you could be angry about it. That's why it's so important for you to go back, man, and read and remember, man, the times that they put us through hell. Go back and remember and read when they took us the Trail of Tears, when Thomas Jefferson walked us across from what? Oklahoma or Texas to goddamn California, something like that. It's so important for us to remember, though. It's so important for us to go back and look, man. That's why on my goddamn, that's why we got any chance that we get, we decorate our schools with all the crimes that the oppressor committed against us. We put up pictures, man, so we don't never forget it. You understand? And any man that's wise, any man that wants to fight for his nation, he knows it's important to remember the terror that happened to his people. You understand? Like the oppressor, he said up there, man, The oppressor sit up there and push 9/11 and I got down our throats every goddamn day. You understand? Slack it real quick. All right, Most High in Christ. All right, Most High in Christ. All right. Let's get some more of the scripture because we got some more scriptures I want to get into. You understand? So let's read that one more time, and then we gonna move on. Then this is 1 Samuel 15:32. Then said Samuel, bring ye hither to me Agag, the king of the Amalekites. And Agag came into him delicately. And Agag said, surely the bitterness of death is past. Like that's the spirit of the oppressor, man. And no, can't nobody tell me no different. I ain't never changing my mind. I don't care who you are. I don't care if my mother, my father, my grandmother, I don't give a damn who watching this class. The Edomite man is the devil. The red man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. I'm fighting for you. You understand? That's who I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for the blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians, the people that's watching the class. Y'all, that's who we fighting for. Why they killing us and murdering us in this hellhole, and we to forget about it? Nah, man. We ain't gonna forget about it. We ain't gonna forget about it. Agag said, surely the bitterness of death is past. To a point where our people, we don't even understand. We don't even understand how a nation fights for itself. Like we have no knowledge. We have no war knowledge. Like our war knowledge comes all from the oppressor and what we learn in school, and it revolves all around America. It revolves all about saving and uplifting and keeping the integrity of being an American and being an American. What's the whole point of a funeral, man? The whole point of a funeral is to honor the dead. When somebody like, for instance, for a grandmother, right? A grandmother, she dies. The entire family, no matter where you at, you could be across the goddamn world. A grandmother died that everybody knew. Everybody stopped what they doing, let their job know, let everybody know that grandma just died. We finna have this funeral. I gotta go to my grandma's funeral because she means so much to you, right? Your grandmother, who's 97 years old, passed, and it means so much. Lord forbid that this happens. You understand? I'm just using this for examples of what really happened, right? You stop everything that's going on in your life. You don't care about nothing else. Like your grandmother died or your mother died, somebody that's real, real close to you. You don't care about nothing else. You don't care about getting your rod sucked. You don't care about making your next new hit, your next new rap song. You don't care about eating. You understand? You don't care about sleeping. You just want to praise the one that you love so much that just died. You want everybody to know how great, how much you love them. And God, Lord forbids that somebody ever disrespect them, right? That's the whole point of a funeral. Now, when it comes to our nation, how come we don't love our nation just as much as we love the ones that's close to us? Somebody in our nation die, this nation takes a hit. The entire Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians should take a pause and a break to come back and remember every crime that they committed against us. Like Trayvon Martin dies, man, and you still got to get up. You still got to get up and go to your slave. You understand? Like the oppressor pushes on you like you didn't know that person. You didn't know them personally. So you shouldn't even think about it. You should still go to work the next day. You understand? When really it should not be like that. It shouldn't be like that. Somebody dies in your family real close. Everybody in your family, your cousins, your aunties, people that you didn't even in your family that you really don't even talk to. Y'all don't even talk to on a regular basis like that. Everybody's at their funeral paying homage to the one that died, and y'all come together. Like that's what the funeral is doing. It's bringing everybody together. How come when blacks and Hispanics die, our people don't come closer together, man? Like when 9/11 happened, America cared about America. You understand? The oppressor, he care about his people. They gonna read them names off. Like when they say surely the bitterness of death is past, They don't say that about their own people. They would never go into and say, well, we should get over 9/11 because it was 20-something years ago. You understand? We should forget it. We should forget about America. 9/11. They don't say that. They pay homage to 9/11 every single goddamn year. But yet, when it comes to blacks and Hispanics and us paying homage to each other and the ones who died, we don't give a damn. We don't give two damns about it. We go on to live our everyday life and think about feeding our own gut, satisfying and getting financial gain for our own selves. But that's not how a man of the Lord should be. Like, a man of the Lord does not care about money. A man of the Lord cares about the Lord and his people. That's what the man of the Lord cares about. And we shouldn't be sitting up here in America celebrating or paying homage to nobody who's killing you. Like, if I and like it did, like the analogy that I just used about somebody's grandma died. Now, think about some young cat that goes out there and killed and tried to rob your grandmother and end up killing her. Think about how upset you're gonna be with that young cat, man. Like, you was like you would never forget, and you'll even it'll go down your family that some young cat killed your grandmother because he was trying to rob her. 2-3 generations later, your kid's gonna tell the same story and still be upset about it. Now, when it comes to us telling the story about our slave masters that lynched us and murdered us and killed us, our children don't even know halfway to even know the story about Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Black Wall Street. They damn don't know about slavery because they push on us. America pushes on us so much to just forget about slavery. Forget about and think about that push every single day. Forget about slavery. Forget about slavery. Forget about slavery. Get over it. Get over it. Get over it. Forget about slavery. Come together and join hands. Join hands with America. Come together. Have sex with white women. Have sex with white men. Join together. Kisses and hugs. You get that pushed down your throat every day, you forget about slavery. You forget about the murders and lynches. You forget about it. Because that's every day that's shoved down your throat. You forcibly fed to love America. Well, you can't force feed America to love the Arabs. You can't force feed the Arabs to love America. You can't force feed the so-called Jewish man to love the German man. You can't force feed the German man to love the Jewish man. You can't force feed the Asian man to love the Russian man. You can't force feed the Russian man to love the Asian man. You can't force feed the African to love the blacks and Hispanics. But yet they force feed us to love every nation, every ideology, every philosophy, everything that goes on in the world. They teaches us to love it, man. Pearl Harbor. You know what that is because they teach you that in school. How come they don't ever come? How come we don't go stop in school and remember the day that Trayvon Martin was murdered? The day that Eric Garner was murdered? The day we got took into slavery? You understand? We never get taught these things. We never sit back and pay homage to these things. You understand? So with that, let's get our next scripture that we want to bring out. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. You understand? Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. Because we really, that's why it's so important for men of the Lord to read these scriptures, man, and bring them to life. Because if you don't bring them to life, it becomes just like the Christian church. It's just like a book where it pertains to nobody, and you can there's no life into the book. Like, the Christian church brings no life into the Bible. When you come inside the I.S.U.P.K, everything about the Bible, it get brought to light, and it's so heavy. You understand? Because we bring it, everything that goes on in the world today happened in the past. That's why we bring the Bible to life. All right. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9 and verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads. Now it said, go through the midst of the city. The Lord was talking to the angels, right? The Lord was giving orders out, just like the UPK, just like we give orders out now. One man sits at the top, right? They have a council. They give orders. You go do this. You go do that. The Lord had an angel, right? One to destroy and one to set marks upon the man not to destroy. You're going to destroy everything, and everything that he marked, you don't destroy, right? So you pick up from verse 4 and you read. It say the Lord has said unto him, go through the midst of the city. Through the midst of Jerusalem. Now, what is Jerusalem? Who is Jerusalem? Because if you go back and if I go back and I look, the Jewish people that left Jerusalem left black and returned white. Now I don't know how the hell that happened. You understand? But Jerusalem was black. How the hell they leave black and come back white? How the hell they leave with nappy, crinkly hair and come back with doggy, stringy, blonde, black hair? How is that possible? Now, I say going to Jerusalem, who is it talking about? Is it talking about the white people that's in Jerusalem? Or is it talking about the so-called the Negro that's in the properties in America today? The ones that celebrate 9/11. Is that who it's talking about? Who is this talking about when they say Jerusalem? You understand? It's talking about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. That's the original Jew. The ones that's calling himself a Jew today are knockoffs. So that's who it's talking about. When they say go through the midst of the city of Jerusalem, it's not even talking about Jerusalem, the land of Jerusalem specifically. It's talking about the nation of people. It's talking about the Israelites. Because we're not in Jerusalem today. But if you go on to set the marks upon the people, matter of fact, let's finish reading it so you can understand it. Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry. It's telling you to go upon the city and set a mark upon the men that sigh and crying, right? When it's saying set a mark upon the forehead, what is it talking about? Is it talking about Ash Wednesday that the Catholic Church does? You put your finger in some ashes and draw a cross on the forehead. Is that what it's talking about? That's not what it's talking about, man. When it says set a mark upon the foreheads, it's talking about the Lord is talking to the angels, telling the angels to set a mark upon those men that sign and crying. The men that's crying and crying about the slavery that happened in America. The men that never forgot about the slavery. The men that never forgot about the lynchings. The men that never forgot about the mass incarceration. The men that never forgot about the drug epidemic. That never forgot about the satanic Christianity. The men that never forgot about the police brutality. The men that never forgot about the black on black crime and black domestic violence. That's the men that it's talking about. Why did the Lord want a mark set upon their head? Why did the Lord say to men that signed and crying about the terrors that's happened against blacks and Hispanics? Because that's who the Lord honors. The Lord honors the Lord saving the people who signed and crying about blacks and Hispanics. Like Colin Kaepernick set up there getting millions of dollars to sit down and kneel for the crimes that's happened in America. He didn't have to do that. He was a millionaire. He was rich. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to give a damn about black people. But he did it. He did it because he is somewhat of a courageous spirit about his people. Now he lost his goddamn job. He lost his job. He has no more career in NFL. All because he sat down, and kneeled for blacks and Hispanics that was getting murdered and slaughtered in America. What you doing? And that man's a millionaire. That man's a millionaire. He had the want and no desire for anything at all. What's stopping you? What's stopping you for never forgetting about the slavery in America? You understand? You don't got that courageous spirit. You know, that's a problem. You don't have the spirit. You got the spirit of Christianity. You got the spirit of loving and hugging and kissing and coming together with white people. That's a spirit that you got. It's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? It's not your fault at all. Blame that Christian church. Blame that Edomite, who is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's who you to blame. It's not your fault. You understand? I know, I understand. We was all there at a time and point of our life when we was selling, when we said this and came and mourned for 9/11. We sat back and mourned for all the white people that died and cried. I got like I said, when I was in school, we'd go to every period and they showing us the videos of planes crashing into the Trade Center. And while I was in school, you know what I'm saying, as a young man, I was in school and I'm like, damn, that's messed up, man. Like that's horrible. Like really, now in all actuality, it is horrible, right? But we don't feel no type of way about it because those same people that happened to cares nothing about slavery. But on the overall aspect of fairness, it is horrible, right? Now you look at 9/11, you sit there and just think about it. And this is a skill that many Black Hispanics don't really get. But if you acquire this skill, you really think about, like, just go look up on YouTube, search in 9/11, and go watch the planes crashing into the Twin Towers. Like, you think about, like, god damn, like that is horrible, man. Like, you think about sitting there and watching it, like a plane coming full speed, crashing and annihilating that entire building where it's collapsed down and destroying everything in that area. Like, it's horrible to even think about the people that's inside of the building. But guess what? Slavery was also horrible. Slavery was also horrible. Slavery was worse. You understand? Getting whipped on your back every single goddamn day is horrible. Getting lynched every single goddamn day is horrible. That's horrible as well. Like, I know watching, even to the aspect of even sitting back and looking at it, y'all all in there together, y'all in there watching the video, and you watching it before the planes even crash into the building. You all sit there and you watching it, you like, you know what's going ready to happen, and it puts in a what's the word? It puts what's the goddamn word? It makes you feel anxious about, like, what's going to happen. You get anxiety, right? Because you know that them planes ready to crash into that building, but the people did not know that them planes are going to crash into that building. And you sitting back, you just looking like, god damn, like we all sitting here and we already know that planes already crashed into that building. Like, that is messed up. You understand? And this is, and we all understand it being Black people, because Black people are the most loving people on the earth. Like, Black people, when it comes to loving everybody else on the earth, Black people are super loving. Like, Black people sit up here and they love America, and they really pay homage to 9/11. Like, man, that's messed up. Every black person sit up there and pay homage to it. We love it when it comes to every other nation. How come we can't have the same love when it comes to the slavery, man? Like, when they made that movie Roots, I know some Black men and women didn't even want to watch it because they said they didn't want to see it. Where it's healthy. That's healthy for your spirit to watch, to see it. That breaks your mind of a slave concept, going your everyday life thinking about a slave, looking at the images, looking at the videos of us being lynched and murdered. Now, I wish I had a TV behind me, man. I wish I had a TV behind me. Because if I had a TV behind me, I would play a video of Eric Garner getting choked out. You understand? Like, it's important for us, man, to see it. And there's so many Black people that go across their everyday life and do not care about it. Skips right over it. It is super important for us to sit and watch how our oppressor killed us in the streets, to the point where it makes you sad. You should cry. You should mourn over it. You should do it. You should do it. You should go watch that video of Eric Garner saying, "I cannot breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe." Go watch the video and sit there and try not to cry, man. Like, it is horrible. It is a horrible. And let alone it's only a couple on YouTube of videos of us getting killed. I'm talking about within of these years that YouTube been out. I know it's like a number of videos where you can look us up and us being slaughtered in the streets, but compared to the 400 years that we've been murdered and killed, that's only a couple videos. You understand? Like they got 9/11, like which is a huge event that happened in America. They got the video on it. We don't have videos of us being whipped. Only thing we can do is reenact it. And you can't even watch. It's not even, you go watch Roots, it's not even real. It's a reenactment of slavery. And you can't even watch it. You can't even watch it. Like it's not like when they sitting there and they whipping, the whipping is not even real. The point is for you to imagine. Like you really have to imagine about what happened to us because you can't even see it. We can't go back and watch us being whipped. We can't go back and watch us being lynched. You can only see pictures of it. But yet they got the videos of 9/11 and we remember it all. That's why I say in Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sighed and cried. The Lord was telling them, man, the men that sitting there sighing and crying about the slavery. Hold on. You want to come to class? This week I'm teaching the truth. This I.S.U.P.K. teaching the truth about the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You free to come in. You know what I'm saying? We got.
Oh, brother, I've been through all that. I know the truth about the Bible. I know we gods.
I mean, you want to come in? You can ask questions. You want to? You know what I'm saying? I'm just going on that level.
Well, I'm just going to step out now and I'm going to come on back and have to sit down with you.
All right. All right, Slovakia. The brother trying to come into the class or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all online. Y'all know we at the downtown public library. Every Wednesday, 6 to 8. You come to the class. If you can't make it to the class, you can be online. You can get your questions answered. You understand? And we gonna continue to bring out the truth about this Bible. The work of the Lord ain't never gonna stop. Ain't nothing you can do to stop it. You can only, what the scripture say, you can't, it's nothing you can do against the truth, but only for the truth. You understand? That's what it is. You can't do nothing to harm this truth. Only thing you can do is to help this truth progress. You understand? So that's what it is. But we're gonna get back into our topic. We're gonna go out and finish, rock this out. You understand? So let's go into let's finish this scripture in Ezekiel, and then we got like two more heavy scriptures. If I can find the scripture real quick. You understand? Bear with me 1 second. I'm about to find the scripture real quick, something heavy real quick. You understand? Because we, as a whole, as a people as a whole, we suffering and we dying. We suffering, we dying as a whole in America, and the rich, and our whole mind is to get rich and be like the rich of America, the black man that's rich in America, and only think about yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like think about every basketball player and every football player. Like what's today? Wednesday? I don't know if I don't think football games come on today. But if it did, they would pay. Do you know how big it would be if black men if somebody had like a football or basketball game today and they'd be paying homage to 9/11, like the game would be on the whole goddamn hour and a half delay over them reading off the names of the people that died. But yet, none of them black people out of all the men that's in the NFL. Every man in the NFL, only one black man stood up and spoke out against what's going on to black people in America. That's it. That's it. Because it takes us, you have to have a courageous spirit on yourself to stand up for black people. Because you're standing up for people that everybody hates. Everybody hates black men. Everybody hates Hispanic men. Even ourselves. Like the whole, imagine that. Imagine everybody hating you, and you yourself is hating you too. Not to the point where, not even where you just hate other black people, you hate your goddamn self. That's why women running around putting blonde hair in their head and sleeping with white men. That's why, and that's why it's so heavy. In Fort Wayne, Indiana, I have never in my life seen so many black men get with white women. I'm not even person. I'm not from Fort Wayne, but I'm from Gary, Indiana. I came down to Fort Wayne, Indiana. I have never in my life seen so many black men sleep with white women in one city. Like this is one city, and then and like you men, like you don't know how honored how honorable you should be to have I.S.U.P.K in your city, because with y'all, because it's so the city with the Fort Wayne got going on in this city, man, it's horrible. And the Lord, like the Lord gonna set something horrible, horrible, horrible on this city of Fort Wayne, because this city of Fort Wayne, it needs to be corrected badly. You understand? That's to the point we just hate ourselves, man. We hate our goddamn selves. We sleeping with all the other heathen nations, sleeping with white women and sleeping with white men, getting blonde hair in our head, trying to talk like white men. Like they think you being a good American because you trying to talk like a white man. And you ain't doing nothing but making yourself look like a homo. Looking like a homosexual, trying to be like the white man, trying to be like the white woman. That's why I wouldn't become sluts. I wouldn't become sluts because of the white woman. You know what I'm saying? Not because I'm just saying it. I'm just trying to insult the white woman. It's facts. It's facts. The white woman is a slut. You understand? There's a slut. America is the slut. America takes in every other nation and ideology. They come and bring it. They say this is a melting pot. That's what a slut is. A slut lets everybody runs inside of her. America, they let everybody run inside America. The Chinese man here, the African man, everybody getting them a business in America. Everybody running in America to feed they philosophies and getting some type of political gain with they philosophies. That's a slut, man. That's a whore. America is the whore, and they got our people turned into whores. Well, we letting anybody run inside us. Like we letting anybody feed black people any goddamn religion, any goddamn. They letting us feed. That's why the whole point of us paying homage to 9/11, because we letting anybody feed us anything. Like we sitting back here, we sitting paying homage to 9/11. We sitting here, we watching like what they look live on TV and they read off the names of the goddamn people that died during 9/11. We sitting there watching our TV, watching them read the names off. Like they're not finna cry. Like we just let anybody, anything run into us, run inside us and feed us anything. We is not supposed to be a people like that at all. And it's supposed to be it's supposed to be a group of people that's held accountable for that. And it is the Christian church and all the Christian pastors, Martin Luther King, like y'all held accountable for that. Anything that goes on, it's always somebody to blame. Anything in life, anything that happens is somebody to blame. If it's nobody here physically to blame, it's the Lord to blame. You understand? Not who to blame for that hurricane. I don't even know, it was Hurricane Katrina and the one that just recently happened. Hurricane Dory, whatever it's called. Who to blame for that? The Lord. You understand? The Lord. And I know looking at all these hurricanes and looking at 9/11, all these things can seem horrible to you if you're in the world, but you come inside the truth, it becomes a glorious, glorious, beautiful sight. Like now you sitting back there, you watching the planes crash to America, crash into the World Trade Center. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Watching those Edomites run and scream and cry, not knowing what the hell is going on. It is absolutely beautiful. You know why? You know why it's beautiful? You know why? You want to know why I think that it's beautiful that I see the planes crash into the World Trade Center now? Why I think it's beautiful when I seen those Edomites running for their goddamn lives? Because they did it to us. And they thought it was beautiful for us. They made a monument. What is that monument? I don't even know where it's at. The monument they got with like Abraham Lincoln and George Washington, about all the four founding fathers of America. They got that monument, right? And they look at it and they think it's beautiful. They think it's beautiful that America was raised with Christopher Columbus and George Washington. They think it's absolutely beautiful that it got raised up to America, got raised up to what it is today. Just like I think it's gonna be beautiful when I see America get burnt down. You understand? It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing hard about that. It's not difficult. Is that hard to understand? Is that hard? Is that hard to understand? Can't be. You understand? So let's read this one more time, and we're gonna get our next scripture. Go through the midst of the city. This is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that have been done in the midst thereof. Every abomination that happened to blacks and Hispanics, every slave lynching, every whipping that happened on the backs of the blacks and Hispanics, every deportation that ever happened, every reservation that ever got set place, every mass incarceration, every cop killing, every white pedestrian mass shooting killing, every beating that the oppressor ever put on us, them are all abomination in the eyes of the Lord, and the men that signed and crying for it should be remembered. You understand? They should be remembered. Colin Kaepernick should be remembered. All right. So let's drop that. Let's go to James chapter 4 and verse 4. You understand? Let's go to James chapter 4 and verse 4. And let's see, let's read some more about how we should be towards ourselves and toward these other nations, and how we should think about, like, the Bible got the answer to everything. The Bible got the answer to anything in life, any crazy, ridiculous question that you can ever imagine, possibly think of. The Bible got the answer to. Like, the Bible has the absolute answer to it. You can't, like, the brother just came and knocked on there and said he's going to come back to the class, whatever. I told him, he asked what we was doing. I told him we teaching the truth about the Bible. He said he already know about the truth about the Bible, which is a lie. You know what I'm saying? It's a lie to keep you away from the Bible because you're afraid of the Bible. That's all it is. Like, Negroes in America is so afraid of the goddamn Bible. They don't even know how to even. When you tell that you read the Bible, you open the Bible, they go out and they run like vampires when the sun come up. You understand? All right. Let's go to James chapter 4 and verse 4. This is the book of James, chapter 4 and verse 4. Ye adulterous and ye adulteress, know ye not that know ye not that the friendship of the world is an enemy with God? Now, in James chapter 4, James said, ye adulterous and you adulteress. Why is he calling you adulterous and adulteress? What is that? What is an adulteress? What does an adulteress do? An adulteress is somebody that has unlawful sex, right? So why are we being called adulterers and adulteress? You know why? We've been called adulterers and adulteress because we sleep with America. Like, the scripture say we in the bed. The scripture say we in the bed with Slovakia. Scripture say every nation is in the bed with America, with the beast. We in bed with America too. We in bed with America too. You understand? So when it say ye adulterers and ye adulterers, know ye not that the friendship of the world is an enemy with God? Like, being the friend of America is not righteous in the eyes of the Lord. It's not righteous at all. The friendship of the world is an enemy with God. You want to make friends in America. You want to be friends with white people. Like, you want to be, what Martin Luther King say? I had a dream that little white black kids and black girls hold hands in one. or whatever that bullcrap garbage speech he had. That I had a dream speech, right? They taught us to be friends with America. They taught us to love America, and taught us to cry when America cries. They taught black people to cry too. When America gets angry, they taught black people to get angry too. You understand? When America takes a stop and pays homage to the ones that died of America, they teach blacks and Hispanics to stop and pay homage to. You understand? Let's read that again. Ye adulterers and ye adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enemy with God. America is an enemy with God. You sit up here, do you not? That's why it's a question mark at the end of it. You ain't know that the America is their enemies with God. So you having a friendship with them, that friendship is an enemy with God. America is the enemy of God. That's why with that terrorist attack and all these hurricanes, any terrorist attack that come to America, know that the Most High sent it. Whether it be with the Arabs, whether it be with earthquakes, wildfires, hurricanes, any natural disaster, terrorist attack that comes to America, know that the Lord sent it. You understand? Because this America is enemy with God. You understand? Hold on, what's up? You ever seen anywhere?
Let's come down here and say, hey.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was just teaching. You know, see, I'm teaching. I got the online. You can see right there. Yeah, you good right there. Yeah. We was I'm online. You understand? About how we celebrate 9/11 in America. You understand? And that's why it was so heavy for me to wear this shirt. You understand? With the slavery that we went through, and we don't remember the days of our time where we went through hell in America. Like when we don't even remember the day of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Black Wall Street. Like black people don't remember the day that they dropped bombs on us. They tell the white man tell you that the first terrorist attack on the U.S. American soil was 9/11. When that's a goddamn lie. They bombed Tulsa, Oklahoma, but yet we don't know the date of that. The whole world comes to a stop, at a sudden stop, to pay homage until 9/11. They go off and read the names of the people that died during 9/11. But when it comes to us dying and us being slaughtered and killed every day by cops, us when we got lynched and murdered and raped by the oppressor, nobody pays homage to us. Nobody in the world. I ain't seen not an Arab man did it, a Chinese man. Nobody comes and says that was wrong what y'all did to black people. That was wrong what y'all did to the Hispanics and the Native American Indians. Nobody comes to stop for us. Nobody fights for us. But yet they teach us to fight for America. They got us sending our sons over into the war, into the army, ready to fight for America, for anything that happened to the Americans. To hell with that, man. We got to separate ourselves from America. We're not to be one with them. The America is our enemy. Just like we were just reading in James chapter 4 and verse 4. The Lord called us adulterers and adulteries. What does it mean to be an adulterer? Where does that come from? That's having unlawful sex. We joining with America. America is the whore. America is the whore of earth. Like America take in the philosophy of every nation. What they teach us all the time. They tell us all the time we bringing in technology from across the world. Like that's what a whore do. America, they got the Africans, the Arabs, everybody come to America and set up shop in America and get rich, except for black people. We at the bottom of society when it comes to everything.
Why is that?
Because we sinned against the Most High.
You sinned against the Most High?
We sinned against the Most High. We sinned. You know.
Well, what if I tell you it had nothing to do with the Most High, because the Most High had put everything you ever needed to know in that book?
He did put everything we need to know in the book. That's why we're reading it. That's why we out reading it right now.
We have everything we possibly need to do to start another nation. You know what our problem is? We can't get out of our own way.
That's what we're going on. That's why I'm telling you.
We can't get over the Willie Lynch syndrome.
Right, but
these are the things we need to take care of within ourselves and each other. Before we do anything, we have to get rid of the fear that these white folks are undefeatable. Vietnam already showed that they're quite easily to be defeated.
Right.
And they got all this weaponry. I tell you those secrets about their weaponry. Most of that stuff don't even work.
Right.
They hadn't tested anything on American soil in decades.
Well, what does the scripture say about our weapons of war? Say the scripture say that our weapons of warfare are not carnal but spiritual. The America, and they got all these nuclear bombs. They got all these mass weapons of destruction. We ain't supposed to be worried about that. Like you said, we ain't supposed to be worried about like they undefeatable.
I'm worried about it. You know why? Because I was just saying this to myself downstairs. The white man is stupid and he might be retarded, but he's not insane. Right. He is not going to blow up the entire planet based on an argument with whatever country that he thinks it can be bullied and just didn't get bullied. So right. Drop a bomb on you. Right. The rest of the world, I mean, India has nuclear weapons. Pakistan has nuclear weapons. Iran has nuclear weapons. You think they're going to go shooting a nuclear missile anywhere in the world is going to go untested? Right. Especially with North Korea. They've got a great arsenal. Right. Right. See, people are no longer fearing America's might. That's right. They're getting the same toys that they got. That's right. That's why when it came to North Korea, they want to sit down with them now. They don't want to try to go over there and fight them again. That's right. They want to sit down because now they got the same toys they got, and they're making them at a rapid rate. That's right. And that's so heavy what the brother just said. That's super heavy. That like did North Korea got weapons of mass destruction too. Like you think Russia got nuclear bombs too. America is not the only ones. Either. Right. It's not only America. But it's no surprise to a man that's studying his why. It's no surprise to a man like that because if you look back in history, the so-called white man has always been a coward. You understand? Like the Trump is a coward. You think he's just gonna go to war with North Korea and Russia? He's not just gonna go to war with them. He's a coward. He don't want to lose. America like to bully and kill people who can't stand up for themselves. Like they kill us in the streets. They kill us in the streets every goddamn day. Every time I turn my head, we on the news and we being murdered by not even cops like that. They don't even put it. We get murdered by regular pedestrian white people inside of Walmarts. They go inside. The white man try to act like he tough. He go inside of Walmart with an AR and shoot. You shooting children and kids. You're not tough. The white man has always been a coward. You understand? Came into black people. Right. And now Klansmen have found the absolute only way to get away with killing black people is to join the police force. Right. Now that's heavy. That's heavy. That some people may believe that what I'm saying is insane, but you have to look at the number of bullets that these white police officers are putting in black people. They're right. Putting 2 or 3. Right. I mean, the brother down in North Carolina, he got 5 shots. Right. But they're all in his back. Right. When he going away, so that don't count. Right. Brothers is getting bullets 11 to 28, 30. Right. Diallo in New York, about 20-some years ago. Man got 41 bullets in him. Good night. You see, this is the type of thing white police officers are doing to black men. Right. Now that kind of supposed to be used to immobilize, not kill, unless it's absolutely necessary. Right. It's not absolutely necessary to kill a man who's by nature a peaceful individual. Right. Black people by nature, I mean, these white folks keep saying this at the dinner tables and teaching their children and their grandchildren that they need to fear us because we want to smoke cocaine and rape white women and get them pregnant and leave them. All this crazy stuff that they say to dinner table. I know all this because I was once around these white folks. I've lived with them. I broke bread with them. I ate with them. And I know what they talk about. They try to talk in syllables. Right. But my mom was doing that long before you did this in front of me. So I know what you're talking about. Right. You see that? Right. This is back in the 60s and the 70s. Okay. So I know these white folks. The only problem with it was I didn't know myself. Right. And when I wound up in the penitentiary, and that's one of the biggest things, the biggest mistake white folks could have did with me was put me in prison, especially for a crime I didn't commit.
Right.
Because that's when I learned who the white man was and who the Jews were.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And I studied. I stayed in the books, the Quran, the Injil or New Testament, Bhagavad Gita or the songs, Song of Songs or the Buddhist Bible.
Right.
I've done the whole Hindu, and it's just the world's religion.
Right.
I've studied that all.
Right.
I've been a member of the Nation of God's Earth, affiliated with the Nation of Islam, Ansars, now called the True Light of Israel, or the Israelites.
Yeah. You wanna we're gonna go to 1 Samuel chapter. I don't mean to cut you off. 1 Samuel 15:32. You man, because as students, we have our students read it, you know what I'm saying? But what you said was so heavy, you know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to cut you off when you continue on, finish saying what you were saying. You know what I'm saying? But
what chapter?
Yeah, chapter 1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 32. Yeah, 15 and 32. You understand? Are you on your glasses?
That's okay.
If you know what I'm saying, I got you. You understand?
Saul said they have brought them.
You in 1 Samuel 15:32?
Said 15:32?
Yeah, 15:32.
Let's go up here. There we go. Yeah, gotta focus a little bit. There you go. It says the same thing. Then said Samuel, bring ye hither to me Agag, the king of the
Amalekites.
Yeah,
Agag, no sweat, but pause right there. And Samuel, he was telling him to bring him the king of Agag. You understand? The Amalekites. Now, this man is who we know today, the so-called Jewish man. Understand? The Lord told us to go over there, kill everything. Saul did not kill everything. Saul kept some things for himself and kept including the king of Agag. You understand? You continue on reading.
And Agag came unto him delicately. And Agag said, surely the bitterness of death is past. He said, surely the bitterness of death has passed. Like, that's the same spirit that the white man got today. Like, we sit up here and we talk about slavery. What do white men tell us? Y'all still upset about slavery? That was a long time ago. Get over it. He said, surely the bitterness of death has passed. Meaning you can't be no longer upset about what happened a long time ago. That's the same spirit the white man got today. And why is he so adamant in keeping the whole Holocaust thing all up in there? Yeah. Okay, for me, and I don't know who's listening out there, I don't give a damn about 6 million Jews. That's right. I do not care about that. I shed no tears about it. That's right. Their holidays and all, I don't care nothing about that. That's right. You know how many people we lost coming over here? Right. 107 million. That's right. And it's documented how many they lost. That's right. You understand? This is not a joke about this. Death is past. Right. It still haunts me. Right. Right. That's so heavy. That's so heavy. I still have bitterness. And I wasn't even there. That's right. Why shouldn't I have bitterness? Because I also have anger at Louis Farrakhan and any other so-called civil rights leader that's screaming about reparations. Right. You can't scream about something that was predicted to happen because we went to sleep. Right. And these folks came out the caves because if you read this book and you read the first 5 books, you're going to see the creation of the white man and you're going to see us going to sleep while he became civilized by Moses and Jacob. Right. You see that? Right. That's so heavy what you said. They teach us to love and remember the day of holiday. And how many Jewish people do we know personally? We didn't know none personally. And we celebrate and we know everything about the Holocaust. You know what I'm saying? Every day I got in school. Yeah, in school they teach us, they force feed us the Holocaust and remember what Hitler did into the so-called Jewish man. Like they force feed that down our throats. But when we in school, how come we don't learn about that we the true Jews? How come we don't learn about our history in the Bible? Because they don't teach you that. That's right. And even in the Black Bible studies, they don't teach it because they don't know. Right. You see what I'm saying? That's why we have brothers running around and they call them militant Muslims or what have you.
Right.
Them brothers know what the hell they talking about.
Right.
Because the information came from the East where we were. And they came to find us.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Jesus, it was once said that Jesus is known as truth out of season bears no fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what that is taken to mean is that when you read his history, now we both know that Jesus was not this little lamb just loving everybody, turning the other cheek and getting slapped around or whatnot.
Right.
That's a bunch of BS.
Right.
Jesus was a militant.
That's right.
It's proven in the Bible when
That's
you read
right.
that issue when he went into the bazaar and saw the Hebrews sinning.
Right.
And he tore the whole place apart.
Yeah.
That's anger.
Yeah.
That's a negative emotion.
Right.
Now, what is this man who's supposed to be God and the Son of God all rolled into one? What's he doing having anger?
Right.
At the people sinning.
Right.
See what I'm saying? A negative emotion.
Right.
Supposed to be all good.
Right.
And all peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
See? So you've already got the idea of who Jesus was completely confused.
Right. That's heavy.
The other thing you need to do is when people, Jehovah's Witnesses start talking about Jesus and all that, ask them this. What was his real name?
Right.
You know what his real name was?
Yahushua.
You say Yahushua? Joshua, huh?
Yahushua.
Yeah, that's a Hebrew issue for Joshua, I know. But that wasn't his name either.
That was his name.
That's one of his names. He's also called Emmanuel, Wonderful.
Yeah.
And
his name was Yahushua.
And all that.
Yahushua. Hold on. His name was Yahushua Hamashiach. You understand? We see that wasn't his name. You understand?
I know him by that name.
You understand? You know him by a lie then.
By who?
By a lie. Because his name by not because his name's Yahushua Hamashiach in the Hebrew.
But in the Arabic language, it's Ima Isa Ben Maryam.
Okay, that might be Salak. Now that might be that. That might be that, but I'm not sure but we call him by his Hebrew name, which is the language that we spoke. You understand? So his name might be that in the Arab. I'm not sure with that.
We can agree to disagree, or we can agree about this. Okay? Doesn't matter which language it is. Hebrew, Arabic, both of them came from the Aramaic language, which is an Eastern language developed by Africans. The one developed by Africans?
No, I did. His name didn't come from.
I didn't say the name. I said the language.
The language didn't come from Africans either. We was the first. We was the first. Who did the Lord get knowledge to?
I just said Africans as a name.
You said that it came from some Africans.
I said it comes from Africans as a whole, us as a nation.
We not Africans though, so when you address us,
you know that the name Africa came from I know where the name came from.
We Hebrews. We not Africans though. So if you talking about us, you got to say Hebrews. Yeah, so you got to say Hebrews.
I also call us Nubians. I also call us Ethiopians.
What's your name?
My name is Divine Civilization.
Your name is Divine Civilization. I call you.
To be specifically, Allah Divine Civilization.
And I call you Jim. Would that be your name?
I wouldn't respond to it.
Right.
And I would neither get upset.
Exactly.
Because there's no need to be
exactly. So we ain't call. So if you calling him about some names, about some stuff that's not his name, he not gonna respond to it.
Arabic translation.
You can't go by the Arabic translation though, because them ain't the people who gave us the law. Them ain't our forefathers. No, I didn't say that word. Exactly. So why would you? So now you keeping the tradition of Arabs. Yeah, but you was told a lie though.
Either which way, I got to the truth my own way.
You didn't get to the truth because if you ain't here, if you ain't to the truth, if you ain't in here at I.S.U.P.K, you ain't in the truth.
I already know about this though.
That don't matter though. If you ain't in the I.S.U.P.K, you ain't in the truth. The I.S.U.P.K is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York City.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, the first Hebrew Israelite group. The man who sat down and set the records for.
I seen him up in the Bronx.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've had some discussions with them too.
That's I am them.
That's where I got that from.
Yeah,
they agree to disagree, but as long as you get to the truth. That's why I said that to you.
Right.
Because one of your brothers said that to me. You got to the truth.
Right. The truth is right here. In this
is how we perceive it, for one, and two, how much research we've had done in it.
That's not correct. It's not correct.
You don't think so?
I know so. That's not correct.
If you just open that book and read it without doing any research on it, then you're accepting it on face value.
Nah.
And face value has no value at all.
You understand? We're gonna continue on with our topic because I don't want to mess up the
Everybody know what you know.
You know what I'm saying? You too wild, but we're gonna stay on topic. If you want to finish reading that right there, you know what I'm saying?
I do finish
Well, we said about Agag.
Surely bitterness of death is past.
No, I'm talking about the next verse.
Oh, the next verse. Sorry. Okay. And Samuel said, as thy sword hath made women childless.
As they sword made women childless. That police officer shot down and killed us in these streets. But they swore they made our women childless. We go through, you know how much pain and suffering a woman go through them 9 months of having that child. Like she getting her ankles swollen, and she wobbling, and she throwing up, and she going through all this pain just to bring this baby out. Long hold before the day that she on the hospital bed, screaming and hollering, pushing this child out. You understand? And then going through the pain of raising this child up, feeding this child, making this child strong, just for him to get killed by the cops. Like we wasting wasting our seed.
This is true.
You understand? Like that's the people and the white man don't even go to acknowledge the pain that our black women go through, that our black men go through in America by losing our children. Like it's a horrible, horrible pain. Like if anybody ever lost a child, you know how horrible that is. You understand? They try to tell us we know how horrible 9/11 is because we experienced worse than 9/11. We know the so-called the Holocaust, they're talking about the 6 million Jews, we went through worse. Ain't nobody on the earth went through more hell than a black and Hispanic man. Nobody. Who went through slavery like us? Who picked more cotton than us? Who took more lynches and whippings? Who in prison? We can rush 2 million black men in prison right now. 2 million. That's mass incarceration. If it's anybody to know how to feel to lose a child, it's us, man. It's us. You understand? Like we going through hell in America. We just separate ourselves from America. We just separate ourselves from 9/11. We just separate ourselves from paying homage to the Holocaust and any other heathen nation. We don't pay no remembrance to it. Just like how they teach us not to pay remembrance to ourselves. You understand? You want to finish reading that verse you at? Finish reading the verse.
So shall thy mother be childless among women.
So now Samuel said, so shall thy mother be childless among women. You understand? Like meaning now it's the so-called white man's, it's his turn to lose his children. You understand? Now his women, now they gonna have to feel what black women felt for 400 years. Now they gonna feel what it's like to lose a child. 9/11 is just a start. That ain't nothing but a start compared to when Christ will return. Christ will return, it's gonna be way more. The streets of America gonna be bathed in the so-called white man's blood. Then they gonna know what it feel like to lose a child or two. Just like how we lose our child. You know what I'm saying? You had something, you want to say something? Go ahead.
I had a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You believe that Jesus is coming back?
Do I believe it? I know it. I most certainly do believe it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna read on.
I think that's the end of the verse. I'm gonna pull.
You got Samuel. You got in pieces before the Lord.
Right, and he slaughtered. He slaughtered Agag. And they just, like you said, they try to tell us that Christ was a white boy with long stringy dog hair that love everybody, is coming back and giving hugs and kisses and chocolate and candy. Lord ain't coming. Most of Yahweh ain't come back with that. He come back to slaughter and kill, because they gonna feel what we felt. They gonna feel how we felt for 400 years. Like the white man don't understand. He don't understand how it feels to get, like you said, to go to prison for a crime that you ain't commit. How many black men in prison right now in prison for a crime that they not commit?
Because the white man has no soul,
mm-hmm.
spirit, mind, whatever you want to call the entity within. their pineal gland is fossilized, so they can't feel what we feel. They mimic what we feel.
Right.
They emulate it on the TV and
movies. Right. That's a heavy point. That was real heavy what you just said. They emulate us. They emulate the pain.
Europeans over there in Europe and whatnot, and see how they act and see how these Europeans act. They're all these Europeans in the Western. These Europeans, they are about you threw me over there. This Western hemisphere, they mimic us just as much as we mimic them because that's all we ever knew. That's all they ever knew. Right. If you look at those Europeans over there in Europe, and these white folks over here, like I said, they're stuffy and fuddy-duddy. Yeah. That's because they're more soulless than you. Right. You're emulating the black power that is within us. Right. You see? Right. So there's a difference in the Europeans. They're all Europeans. Right. And they all have one goal. Right. To dominate the entire planet. That's super heavy. That's super heavy what you just said. Even though that they might live over there in Europe and they live over here in America, they got one common goal. For them to conquer the earth. That's their common goal. So how come black people, how come we can't come together? Like you might live in the West. I might live in the East. You might used to be a Crip. I might used to be a Blood. You might be old. I might be young. How come we can't come together as black people as a whole? But the so-called white man, they can come together, hate you and conquer the world together. How come we can't come together and conquer the world with each other, man? Like they sit up here, we want to pay repetition to 9/11. We want to come over here and pay homage to 9/11 and pay homage to the Holocaust. How come we can't come together and say, you know what, slavery was horrible. It was horrible. Prison is horrible. You know what? I'm not gonna rob you. I'm not gonna shoot you and hate you because I know what they did to us, and I wouldn't want us to go through no more pain and suffering like that. So you know what? I'm gonna love you now. You know what? I'm gonna take it as something that you my brother. I'm not gonna come kick in the door of your house and spoil your house and spoil your goods. You understand? I'm gonna treat you like a brother. How Christ would treat us. That's how I'm gonna treat you. They can come together and do it. You most certainly know that we can come together and do it. That's the whole point of this goddamn class, man. This whole point of this goddamn class, it's for us to come together. It's for us to remember the slavery that we went through, and for us to know it, learn it, and love each other, and say we don't want each other going through no more hell like that. If that means that I gotta love you, then so be it. That's what we gonna do. If that means I gotta hate the oppressor, so be it. That's what we gonna do. Like we gotta hate the oppressor. We gotta really hate 9/11. You understand? I disagree.
You disagree with what?
That last part.
What, with hating the oppressor?
Yeah. There's no need to hate him because hatred is one of 4 natural entities within the white man: jealousy, greed, lust, and hate. So you said
I
wouldn't hate the oppressor. Okay.
If you understand. Hold right there. You said you wouldn't hate the oppressor, right? You wouldn't hate him. How you gonna love black? How you gonna love? Do you love black people?
I love black people.
You love black people.
Absolutely.
And so, what do you love, or do you hate the oppressor?
Don't hate the oppressor.
Do you love him?
Nope.
What do you do? You can't. You just know him. You know him. So you either gotta love him or you gotta.
Emotion.
No, I'm not asking for emotion because love is not an emotion. It's not an emotion.
For me.
It's not an emotion.
In one sense,
not to you. I'm talking about factual. We talking about facts. We ain't dealing with private interpretation about love and emotion. A fact. But I'm saying the fact is love is not an emotion. And I said you said you love black people. Okay, so you love black people. So I said, do you
in the heart, which is the life center of
the okay, so do you love or do you hate the oppressor?
That's not in there. Hatred is not within me.
So God, but hold on.
Doing my studies.
So God said, I love Jacob, but hated Esau. Why God say that? And so how can you love? You supposed to love what God love and hate what God hate. God said He hated Esau. Who are we to say that we're not gonna hate him?
Well, there's a little interpretation.
Interpretation.
Concerning that because Esau his birthright was stolen by Jacob, wasn't it?
It was not stolen. The Lord said the blessings is going on to who? To Jacob, right?
But Esau stole it.
Okay, let's get to it. So you said he stole Esau's birthright. That's what you said? Yeah. Who did the Lord say the blessings were gonna go into?
Esau.
No, the Lord did not say Esau.
I mean, Jacob. Yeah,
the Lord said the blessings going to Jacob. So how can he steal something that the Lord set in place? If the Lord said, if I made a plate of food and I said the plate of food was supposed to go to you, and somebody else is finna get the plate and you come get it, and they say you stole the plate of food, you want to go to it?
It says it in here.
Yeah, you gonna go. You go to that's in the book of Genesis.
Yeah, I'm in Genesis already. But before we do that, right? Let me read something to you from Genesis. And I've already got it open anyway. So this is from chapter 15, and I'm going to read from verse 12 to like
go ahead and read
to 12 to 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 12 to 14.
Go ahead.
And when the sun was gone down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and lo, and horror of great darkness fell upon him.
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be strangers in a strange land that is not theirs, and they shall serve them, and they shall afflict them for 400 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and after that they shall they come out with a great substance.
Okay. So what's the question?
Do you know who that is pertaining to?
You asking me? Do I know who that pertaining to? Yes. I mean, who else went into hell for 400 plus years?
Exactly. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Oh, yeah.
Never forget that. That's why I was looking at that, and that came to me. I wanted to know if you hit me. I know you got a lot of studies that you got up here, but I just wanted to know dealing with this book. Did you know that was two? And,
we finna go.
Yeah, that's my wife. So, when do you do this?
I do this every Wednesday, 6 to 8. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome to come. Yeah, every Wednesday.
I will be there. Talk to you.
All right. Most sign Christ, brother. All right. Let's I got one more scripture I want to pull before we end the class out. God damn. All right. I want to go to I want to read Esther chapter 4 and verse 13. Esther 4. All right. Let's get Esther chapter 4 and verse 19. You understand? Brother asked questions, you know what I'm saying? We was getting to the topic about how we should love our own people and separate from America, and how we shouldn't love America and love and pay homage until 9/11. You know what I'm saying? The brother disagreed with it. But hold on, Sludge. But we gonna pull the scriptures like how we already was pulling the scriptures about how we should love and come to love each other, and not love our own individual lust and our own individual success, but to love for our people as a whole. And that's why you get so many black leaders. That's how you get so many black leaders that only love for their goddamn self and their own gut. All right. Esther chapter 4 and verse 19. Oh, it's like, I don't think, my bad. 13. Esther chapter 4 and verse 13. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape the king's house. Mordecai told Esther, think not with yourself. Now Esther had money. She was in power when she was with the king. You understand? And Esther was saying, think not of yourself. Telling them, because if you don't do it, and you got the Lord putting you in position to do something and you don't do it, and then the Lord go do it a different way, you're gonna be ashamed that you didn't use the opportunity that the Lord gave you. That's why he was telling her, think not of yourself. Now, this scripture pertaining to the black leaders and the rich of America. Think not of yourself. Not thinking of your own gut. Like, you come rich, and now you ain't worried about slavery no more. You ain't worried about no police killings or no police brutality no more. You done with it. Now you ain't worried about the 400 years of slavery and the conquer the Eastador and the Native American Indian reservation and the Trail of Tears. You ain't worried about no more because you got paid now. Like, you a selfish bastard if you think like that. Like, you is a selfish bastard, man. You understand? That's not a people. We're not supposed to be a people like that. A people that get rich and then don't worry about the rest of our people that's poor and oppressed. And we get rich, and now we not worried about. Now we only worry about what the man that got us rich. We only worry about what he worried about. You a whore. You an absolute whore. Like, you do anything. Like, you black leaders that do anything for the oppressor. The oppressor turn around, pull down his pants, and bend over, and you will kiss the crust between his goddamn ass if he told you to do it for $1. Because you sell out your people for a nickel on the dollar, a dime on the dollar. For any increase of financial gain, you sell your people out. For any financial gain. Instead of saying, you know what, I should thank the Lord, and I should feel grateful for making it, and for the so many few to making it inside the Esau's empire. You making it inside the white man's empire and something rich. You should look back and say, I'm gonna help the ones who ain't made it. I'm gonna help the ones who get harassed by the cops, getting killed by the cops. I'm gonna say, so I gotta do something for them. I gotta speak up. Colin Kaepernick, and this is why Colin Kaepernick was glorified, right? He didn't set up no facilities where black men could come learn or do nothing for black. All he simply did was speak up. You rich Negroes can't even speak up, man. You rich Negroes can't even speak up. All Kaepernick did was speak up, and you see how much he got, so much hate he got from the oppressor. How much hate he got. Like, think about it. Mordecai told Esther, think not of thyself. That's something that you tell to somebody that's rich. Colin Kaepernick was a millionaire. He wasn't speaking up for 9/11. He wasn't speaking up for the Holocaust. He was speaking up for the police brutality. That's what he was speaking up for, man. That's it. And he got all the hate in the world from your President Trump. Got the President Trump calling the rest of the football players sons of bitches. He called your mama a bitch. And y'all still support him. Y'all still, and now if a brother in the world called your mama a bitch, you will be ready to shoot and kill him and fight him and do all type of things to him because he said that. But the president of America said it. You just go about your day. Nah, I'm gonna be the bigger man. I'm not gonna feed you low down. Nah, you a coward, man. You a coward because you will sit up there and hate your people quicker quick as possible. But when a person say something about your people, you sit up there and you sit there and you go with the flow like you don't even bother you. You're a coward, man. That's what a coward is. You do whatever the person tell you to do. You understand? You do whatever he say do, you just go do it. You just roll with it. You just go with the flow. He tell you to do something. He tell you to come and lower the flag and bow down on one knee and put your hand on your chest and I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. You do it because you learn to do what you want to do with him, how to impress him, how to serve America. And you forget about your own. You forget how to serve your people. You forget about your own poverty. You forgot about the slums that you rose out of. The scripture said, then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house for more than all the Jews. You gonna make it out. You gonna make it out this hell while the rest of your people suffering and dying. Nah, man. That you ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do it. You gonna go through hell just like the rest of us going through hell. You getting paid now. You think you doing good. You selling little drugs. You getting some money now. Now you think you doing good. Now all the drug dealers, they even come and they posting about 9/11, loving 9/11. We supposed to come and separate odds from America. Because we got a little money now, we satisfied. Now we can justify. We can say, oh, 9/11 was bad. Now that why we didn't got some financial gains through our individual selves. Even if you had $1 million, man, you still supposed to come up against America. Even if America made you rich. Even if you was covered yourself for the rest of your life, you still look at Moses. Look at the story of Moses. Moses came down from Egypt. Moses said he didn't want to be called the son of Pharaoh for a season, but to suffer in poverty with his people. I'm paraphrasing. Moses came down from the seat of being the son of Pharaoh, man. Our black leaders ain't coming down at all. I ain't seen no Jesse Jackson. I ain't seen no Steve Harvey. I ain't seen nobody step down from the seat of being rich in America and loving their people. Nobody did it. Kaepernick, the closest thing that came to it, man, lost his goddamn job speaking up for black people. You understand? Like we didn't totally lost our ways in America. We didn't totally lost our ways and I knowing the truth in America, man. Like we just separate. We just separate ourselves from America, separate ourselves from the red man, the beast. We just separate ourselves from it. Separate ourselves from 9/11. Remember, go research Black Wall Street. Go research what's the brother, the 14-year-old brother got put inside that chair, got his brain fried, the license is over Sunday, he didn't even commit. Go research and go look up Emmett Till's face after he got beaten and trailed and threw up and drowned and beat to death. Go look at the picture. Go look at the slavery pictures when black men got hung and lynched and black women got their babies cut out their goddamn stomach and when black men got their backs whipped. That's what you go do. Go remember the dates of that. Go do it. Make sure you do it. Make sure your family do it. Put it in your house. Make sure your children know it. Make sure your woman know it. Instead of everybody glorifying America, worshiping America, coming to a stop and joining together in America and coming to a stop for 9/11, crying and shedding tears for 9/11. All the tears that you ready to cry and you ready to cry for 9/11, go cry about it for your own people. Go watch Eric Garner. Go watch the video where that man died. He died for nothing. Go watch the video and then go cry over that. Go cry. That's how you go cry. Don't cry over no 9/11. Leave America alone. Tell them that it's in the past. Tell them to get over 9/11. Tell them to get over. Tell them to get over all the Pearl Harbor and everything that happened to America. Tell them to get over. Tell them it's in the past. Now you go back and you go mourn over the crimes that was done to your people. You go mourn over the 2 million incarcerated in prison. You go mourn over the ones that was murdered by the cops. You go mourn over the ones that's killed by black on black crime. You go mourn over that. Separate your heart and your ways from America. Change your mind and your spirit. Get right in its truth. Get in these classes. You understand? For the ones who want to do it, do it. The ones who don't, shalom. Shalom. You can get the hell on. You can keep it stepping. But the ones in this house, my brethren that's in here, they gonna separate themselves. And we ain't gonna stop. The hell with 9/11, the hell with every terrorist attack that happened on America, that happened to Americans, and even to the point when you go watch these hurricanes and you go watch these earthquakes, watch what they happening at. The majority of the area that's happening at is happening where the rich of America is at. It's the earthquakes happening in Beverly Hills. That's where the hurricanes happening. I mean, the earthquakes happening at. Where the rich at. The rich of America. That's telling you something. The Lord sending terrorist attacks to the ones who's in America that want to be wealthy and rich. I ain't never seen a hurricane happen. An earthquake happen in the goddamn ghetto. You never seen that. How many niggas in the ghetto felt the earthquake? That's telling you something. The Lord ain't with America. The Lord ain't with not America. They tell you God bless America. God damn America. And that's what it is. It ain't because I said it. It's because of what God said. It's factual. You understand? With that being said, shalom. With the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Classes every Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the downtown public library. You understand? Room 116. I'm here every week. The I.S.U.P.K. gonna be here every week, raising up the dead. That's what it is, man. Shalom.